Good morning, y'alls. That's what the sign says. Good morning. Coffee with Todd? That's me. Here we are. I feel like I'm in the wrong place this morning. Everything's shifted over slightly. It's weird. How y'all doing? Good morning. Let's see. We got people joining us. Oh, Mark Sokolis. Good morning, Mr. Mark. Happy July 31st. You know, I realized that every show I look at the date and I pick my phone up and, I look at the date on the phone. And it dawns on me that there's a title in the description of this show, and it's just above my head on the screen that I'm watching, and it says Coffee with Todd, 7/31/2022. So I don't need to look at my phone every time because it's there. My dad, you're late. I know. I was a minute late. I know it doesn't look different to you guys, but it feels weird, and I was shifting stuff around to make it look normal. But what is normal? Good morning, Al. How's it going? Good morning, Tristan. All right. The gang is filing in. We're ready for coffee. I have a special coffee this morning that was sent to me from a viewer in Tennessee. I forgot it in the kitchen, so are you going to go get it? Danielle's going to go get it. You can wait until the intro. Oh, okay. We're going to go get it. Anyway, yeah, we have a special coffee that we're drinking that was mailed to us. Mail order coffee. So, yeah, pretty excited about that. On the show today, we've got some cartoons for you. We've got some songs for you, of course. And I'm going to tell you about a show I have coming up this Thursday that I'm pretty darn excited about. There's the coffee. So, yeah, we're just going to have a grand old coffee time. All right. Well, let's get some coffee. I need some. How is it? You've tried it already.
Delicious.
It's delicious. Mm-hmm. Danielle's out of her normal creamer, and she was gonna. She had to improvise, and we were gonna put some maple syrup in it instead of sugar, but couldn't get it open. It's in a glass jar, and I guess the granules crystallized. Yeah. And I just didn't have enough hand strength to open it. That's why I'm late. It's Danielle's fault.
Yeah, we couldn't get it open.
I usually have a big plumber's wrench that I could use in situations like that, but it's in the garage instead of in the cupboard that it's usually in. Everything's all topsy-turvy here. It's crazy. Yeah, Dad, I think you started the coffee mailing.
Yeah,
They sent us They sent us some from Titusville, Florida.
That was delicious
I
too.
don't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but oh yeah, Dad said to run hot water on the cap.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Could try that.
We
We weren't awake.
Tell him I wasn't awake.
We can't. We're not that smart because we haven't had coffee yet. Anyway, let's pour ourselves a cup of coffee. We'll get the show started. Then I'll show you what kind of coffee we are drinking that was mailed to us from Tennessee. The new coffee pot Danielle bought us for the 100th show. This is what, 102? Wow, we're hitting almost 2 years. Oh, that's fantastic. I don't know what we're going to do for the 2-year anniversary of the show yet. We haven't had a whole lot of time to plan it. We're going to try to figure out something cool. Morning, Paul. Lindy, poor 13. Pier 13 from Titusville.
That was really good.
Morning, Marie. All right, the gang's here. Let's get it started. Shall we? I'll let you know what kind of coffee we're drinking when we come back. Right now, grab yourself a cup of coffee because I will be your Todd, and Coffee with Todd starts right now. Oh, hi. I was just checking my messages. Yeah, Marky, I agree. All right. Here we go. Here's the show for July 31st, the last day of July, the last show of July on the last day of July. Can you guys believe August is tomorrow? Oh, man. It's crazy. All right. The coffee that we were drinking this morning comes to us. Let me take one more sip. From our friend Donna in Tennessee. And it's Black Rifle Coffee or Die. It's like New Hampshire's slogan, live free or die, but it's coffee or die from Black Rifle Coffee Company. It's a veteran-owned company. Proceeds go to veterans and I believe police officers. It doesn't say that on this bag, but... Oh, no, yeah, it does. A portion of our profits go to veteran, law enforcement, fire, and first responder causes. And it's roasted in the U.S. of A. And this is my favorite part. Ingredients. 100% coffee. No filler, no additives. Sure, they don't know how to spell Black Rifle.
It's abbreviated.
Black Rifle. This is Black Rifle. I mean, vowels are important. No. Anyway, this is a medium roast. Coffee or die. The ingredients where it says 100% coffee makes me laugh because we're going way back in the day. My father and Lindy, my stepmother, were talking about molasses. And I don't remember what it is. I don't remember if my dad likes molasses or doesn't like molasses or something. Anyway, they're trying to figure out, like, what's in molasses? And they pulled out a jar, and it says, ingredients, molasses. Or what are molasses? That's what it was. What are molasses? Ingredients, molasses. So whenever I see something that only has one ingredient, it makes me think of that. And unfortunately, it's very rare that you find something that only has one ingredient in it now, isn't it? Good morning, Colleen. Nice to see you. Mark is saying, Donna is Mark's sister. She sent us the coffee from Tennessee. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Kraken's Cove, Dad.
Yes.
Pier 13, Kraken's Cove. That was great coffee. All right. Well, let's get the show started. I got some songs for you today. I'm playing on a boat Thursday.
Right.
I'm on a boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell you about that. Got some cartoons for you as well. Jeff, good morning. Yeah. So yeah, thank you to Donna for sending us some Black Rifle coffee from Tennessee. If you guys have, I'm a big coffee person. Obviously, I have a show about coffee. Basically, it's not about coffee, but it certainly features coffee. If you guys have a cool coffee from the area that you're in, send me a message. I'll give you my mailing address. I love trying coffees from all around. We've got a coffee for next week to try, but we had to try Black Rifle because it came in the mail on Wednesday. We've had Black Rifle before. Donna sent us.
Was it a slightly different roast, though? I feel like
It was a different roast. It was called Freedom Roast, I think.
Yeah, that was good too. But this one's pretty smooth. Like,
Yeah, I like this one.
I like it.
It's good. Oh, Tristan says this is last time to watch for a couple weeks. He's going to camp for 2 weeks and he can't be watching me. Well, that's all right, buddy. It's summer vacation. Yeah, it's summer vacation.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. All right. Mark is probably going to work. He says, see you in the morning. Yes, I will pick you up in the morning. Mark is going to be working for me tomorrow morning. Everybody is working for the weekend. Dun, 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 dun. While I tune real quick, if you'd like to show your support for the show, you can do it a few different ways. One way is by sending a donation to us to help us cover our costs, streaming costs, platform costs. Everything costs something. It's crazy. Of course, the show is free for you to watch. But every little bit helps.
Tristan shared a picture of his Coffee with Todd mug.
He did.
Yeah.
All right.
See it?
Yeah, I see it. Cool.
He wanted me to share it with you.
All right, Tristan. Cheers, buddy. Brianna, good morning. These are brand new strings, so I might be I might be fighting with them a little bit this morning. Brianna says, I don't drink coffee, but I swear I need a mug anyway.
We still have some going.
We still have a few. Yeah, you can order some. There's some in the description. If you come to Vermont, because Brianna's out in California. Yeah, she's out in California. It's 6 a.m. She says it's so early for this show.
Gotcha. I was wondering.
Yeah. It's early for you. You know, it's funny. I got this guy named David that watches the show a little bit, and he always tells me that Coffee with Todd should be on earlier because he doesn't understand how warming up vocal cords work. And he tagged me in a post at 6 a.m. this morning, Eastern Standard Time, where we is, and said, this is what time Coffee with Todd should be on. And I said, it's on at 6 a.m. on the West Coast. Yeah. All right. Okay, so here's the thing. I hope you guys like Hank Williams because I've been kind of going down a Hank Williams rabbit hole lately. And I've just been listening to a whole bunch of Hank Williams. I've been watching documentaries on Hank Williams. I've read all this stuff before. I've seen it before. I've read books. But every once in a while, I just revisit an artist that I love. And I just delve right into it. And it happens to be Hank Williams right now. So we're going to do a bunch of Hank Williams songs here this morning. And a couple that aren't Hank Williams songs. I almost lost my pick.
Oh no, you just
What is up with me losing my picks lately? Let me do that again. Well, why don't you love me like you used to do? How come you treat me like a worn out shoe? My hair's still curly and my eyes are still blue. Why don't you love me like you used to do? I ain't had no loving like a kissing in a long, long while. Don't get nearer, further, closer than a country mile. Why don't you spark me like you used to do? Say sweet nothings like you used to do. I'm the same old trouble that you've always been through. Why don't you love me like you used to do? Why don't you be just like you used to be? How come you find so many faults with me? Somebody's changed, let me give you a clue. Why don't you love me like you used to do? I ain't had no loving like a hugging, a kissing in a long, long while. You don't get nearer, further, closer than a country mile. Well, why don't you say the things you used to say? What makes you treat me like a piece of clay? My hair's still curly and my hair is still gray. Why don't you love me like you used to do? Alright, that's not it. My hair's still curly and my eyes are still blue. Why don't you love me like you used to do? Oh, Hank. Oh, Hank. There's just something about old Hank Williams. Let's do a pretty obscure Hank Williams song, I think. I'm not entirely sure if this one was part of Luke the Drifter or not. It feels like it could have been. For those of you that don't know, Luke the Drifter was an alias of Hank Williams, where he essentially read poetry and sang some songs over music, but they were kind of ominous and dark. It's mostly talking, but there was some singing. Anyway, the record company, because record companies always know what people want, the record company said, Hank, we can't put this out with your name on it, because what they were worried about is anything that Hank Williams released back in the day went straight to jukeboxes. And this was him pretty much talking and saying sad poetry and stories over music. So they said, we can't have that on the jukeboxes. People want to put money in the jukeboxes and dance, right? So they released the album. They said, let's just call you Luke the Drifter. And Luke the Drifter came out, and it did not well at all. Now, it was kind of a not so well-kept secret in Nashville that Hank had done this amongst people in the industry. But the fans didn't know, and they didn't buy it because it didn't say Hank Williams, and the album was kind of a flop. So then the record company said, oh, I've got a great idea. Remember how we told you that you needed to change your name for this album? Well, now we're going to call it Hank Williams is Luke the Drifter. And then it sold well. So, yeah. Record companies, knowing what people want since 1952. So I'm not sure. I feel like this might have been a Luke the Drifter song because it's one of his darker ones. But it might not have been, too. He was kind of a dark, mysterious guy anyway. It's called Alone and Forsaken. We met in the springtime when blossoms unfold. The pastures are green and the meadows were gold. Our love was in flower. The summer grew on. Her love, like the leaves, now have withered and gone. have faded, there's frost at my door. The birds in the morning don't sing anymore. The grass in the valley is starting to die, and out in the darkness the whippoorwills cry. Alone and forsaken by fate and by man, oh Lord, if you hear me, please hold my hand. Please understand. Oh, where has she gone to, or where can she be? She may have forsaken some other like me. She promised to honor, to love and obey. Each vow was a plaything that she threw away. The darkness is falling, the sky has turned gray. A hound in the distance is starting to bay. I wonder what she's thinking of. Forsaken, forgotten, without any love. Alone and forsaken by fate and by man, oh Lord, if you hear me, hold my hand. Please understand. Springtime, when blossoms unfold, the pastures are green, the meadows were gold. Our love was in flower as summer grew on. Her love light, the leaves now have withered and gone. Alone and forsaken by fate and by man, oh Lord, if you hear me, please hold my hand. Please understand. Alone and forsaken by fate and by man, oh Lord, if you hear me, hold my hand. Please understand. All right. Oh, thank you. I love that song. It's sad. Hank Williams doesn't exactly get that little. He doesn't do that. That's what I do. Hank Williams didn't used to be in a punk rock band. Good morning, Linda. Happy last day of July. Yeah. You know, it can kind of be argued that old Hank Williams kind of was like the first punk rock guy. He kind of was the first rock and roll guy, if you think about it. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Hey, let's do this. All right, so so the first rock and roll song of all time is a debated issue. A lot of people say it's Rocket 88, which I don't remember the name of the group, but Ike Turner was in it. It was recorded at Sun Studios in Memphis, Tennessee. A lot of people say that's the first rock and roll song. The first rock and roll song to chart was Rock Around the Clock by Bill Haley and the Comets. So that was the first. It was not recorded before Rocket 88, but it did much better than Rocket 88. It was the first rock and roll song that they heard overseas and on the radio and all through America, Rock Around the Clock. Which is why Bill Haley would always say that he was the undisputed king of rock and roll, because he's a little bit jealous that Elvis got the title of king of rock and roll, because Elvis wasn't first. But here's the thing. You don't need to be first to be the king. You just need to be the best. Michael Jackson wasn't the first pop artist, but he was the king of pop, right? So, yeah, here's my argument that this song is basically rock around the clock, and it came out 3-4 years before rock and roll existed, and it was a song by Hank Williams Sr. To me, this is the first rock and roll song, and Hank Williams was the first real person to live the rock and roll lifestyle. And I think you know it. Sing along at home if you want. You don't have to sing on key because I can't hear you. I came in last night at 10:30. The baby of mine wouldn't let me in, so move it on over. Move it on over. Move over, little dog, cause a big dog's moving in. Well, she changed the lock on my front door. My door key don't fit no more, so get it on over. Scoot it on over. Skinny dog, cause a fat dog's moving in. Well, this doghouse here is mighty small, but it's better than no house at all, so ease it on over. Drag it on over. Move over, little dog, cause a new dog's moving in. Not to play around, but I done let that deal go down, so pack it on over. Tote it on over. Move over, nice dog, cause the mad dog's moving in. She warned me once and she warned me twice, but I don't take no one's advice, so scratch it on over. Shake it on over. Move over, short dog, cause a new dog's moving in. That's right. She'll crawl back to me on her knees. I'll be busy scratching fleas, so slide it on over. Sneak it on over. Move over, good dog, cause the mad dog's moving in. Remember, puppy, before you whine, that side's yours and this side's mine, so shove it on over. Sweep it on over. Move over, cold dog, cause a new dog's moving in. I said move over, cold dog, cause a hot dog's moving in.
Hey.
Ah. As far as I'm concerned, that was the first rock and roll song. Hank didn't play it.
Right.
Hank did this thing. Do you know that nobody did this in country music before Hank? That. Nope. It was done in Texas swing, but it wasn't done in Nashville. So Hank kind of introduced a dance beat to country music. He also introduced sad themes. I don't know if he introduced sad themes, but good gosh, did he figure them out. Yeah. Anyway, I love that song. That's a fun one to do. I
Yeah.
think a lot of people know that song from his son, Hank Jr.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, Hank Sr. had a hit with it as well. But
Yeah.
hey, Devaney.
Debbie!
Morning to yas as well. Devaney wants to come see me on the boat.
Cool.
We're going to be on boat. I'm going to tell you about it. I told her to come because she just saw Nora Jones, and I was like, "Pfft." You need to see the Todd Pronto trio
On a boat.
on a boat. You'll forget all about Nora Jones. Hey, Bart. Yeah, Tristan. We saw Nora Jones
Yeah.
at the Flynn a couple years ago. Maybe it's like 4 years ago now. Nora Jones is. All right. This is what I think. Nobody really knows what it's like when you die and go to heaven, right? But we assume, from what we've been told, that you see a light and you're drawn towards that light. And what I think is that somebody that sounds like Nora Jones is singing as you head towards that light. It's either Nora Jones or Emmylou Harris, but I think it's Nora Jones. That's how much I like Nora Jones. However, Daphne, forget all about Nora Jones and come to the Northern Star this Thursday as the Todd Pronto Trio is presented by the Northern Star. Oh, let me get rid of this scrolling caption here because you can't read all the info. There we go. Thursday, August 4th at 6 p.m. The Todd Pronto Trio will be on Northern Star, northernstarcruises.com. You can book yourself a sunset cruise and we will sing to you. There's drinks and music and an otherwise good time. Here's the deal. The thing starts at 6 o'clock. That means that the boat leaves at 6 o'clock. Boarding is at 5:30. So you need to be there before 6 or you're going to have to try to catch us with a rowboat. And I don't advise catching us with a rowboat. But no, I'm very excited. I've been on the Northern Star while it was docked. I filmed people on the Northern Star, interviews and little documentary things. I don't know as if I've ever been on a cruise on the Northern Star. I don't think I have. I've been on the other boat, the one that the Cooks owned.
Yes.
I've been on that boat.
I don't know too.
Did a cruise on that. I don't know as I've ever cruised on the Northern Star. Well, if I haven't, we're going to change that. Because this Thursday, we're cruising on the Northern Star. I don't know what it cost. NorthernStarCruises.com. But how cool is that?
Yeah.
Summertime.
And the living's
And the living is easy. And we're going to be on the boat. We're rocking the boat, but we won't rock the boat over. Getting some more coffee?
stealing your coffee.
Danielle is getting some more Black Rifle heavy coffee. Heavy.
I think there was too much sugar in mine, so I
You put too much sugar in it?
Yeah. I need more coffee to sugar ratio here. It's delicious stuff.
It's awesome.
Very good.
Sent to us from Donna. All right, let's do some cartoons, and then we'll get back to some singing. I don't know where any of the buttons are this morning. Midlife Thesis. Midlifethesis.net. I looked on the wrong side. If you don't know, not only do I entertain you with my superb guitar skills and singing, I also entertain you by making cartoons. I wanted to be a cartoonist when I was a kid. I wanted to be two things when I was a kid, a cartoonist and a singer. And both of those. So my dreams came true. The only thing I didn't specify when I was a child is I wanted to be able to make a living being a cartoonist and a singer. I missed that part. Half of my dreams came true.
Working on the other half.
Working on the other half. I mean, money. Right? Who needs it? Landlords. Loan officers. All right. So every Wednesday morning and every Sunday morning at 7 a.m., I release a new cartoon on midlifethesis.net, on our Facebook page, Midlife Thesis, and our Instagram page, Midlife Thesis. It's a lot of stuff to say. The links are in the descriptions. Above or below, depending on what platform you're watching on. Facebook, above. YouTube, below. Twitter, who the hell knows? I really don't know where. I think it's above on Twitter. Anyway, this is the cartoon that came out Wednesday. Better have another cup of coffee, Willie. We need to stay focused. I oftentimes wonder what those signs on the highway, who they're really for. Who's the deer that posed for the deer crossing sign? Imagine that photo shoot. Get up on your hind legs a little bit. Go like this.
Yeah, right?
Okay, now look like you're going to jump, but don't jump. Hold it.
No.
Good. This is the cartoon that came out this morning. Yes. Selective hearing some guys have. She said air conditioner, but boy, he thought she said hair conditioner.
Big difference.
Big difference. All right, those are the cartoons. Those are the cartoons for today. Let's get back to the music. And Stephanie, I barely even noticed Nora Jones was there. You're way better. Yeah, Devaney hasn't been on the Northern Star either. Just the other one, which is the one I mentioned, the Cooks one, when she pole danced for our Relay for Life meeting. That's a true story. There's actually, if you go to my Facebook page, there's a photo in there. Maybe it's Devaney's page, but I feel like it's on my page.
As a photo? Or
yeah, our buddy Bob Montgomery took the pictures. It was a Relay for Life. It was a Relay for Life wrap-up meeting, like after the Cooks took us all out, and we kind of relaxed and, you know, off a job well done. And Bob Montgomery got a picture of Devaney pole dancing and me handing her a $1 bill.
I've never seen this picture.
Yeah, it's on the. You're gonna have to scroll way back on Facebook.
It's all right.
Way back. Morning, Susan. Yes, it is a beautiful day in the NEK. Whoops. There we go. We're going to do a few more songs, and then we're going to get to work. Danielle and I have a lot of work to do today. Let's do one more Hank Williams song, and then we'll do some songs of the non-Hank Williams variety. I had fun doing Move It On Over.
That was fun.
Yeah. Let's do the quintessential Hank Williams song. Hear that lonesome whippoorwill. He sounds too blue to fly. That midnight train is winding low. I'm so lonesome I could cry. I've never seen a night so long when time goes crawling by. The moon just went behind the robin weep when leaves begin to die. Like me, he's lost the will to live. I'm so lonesome I could cry. This is where the steel guitar just comes in and like friggin' breaks your heart. It's just like this moaning steel guitar sound. I can't even really describe it. The silence of a falling star lights up a purple sky. And as I wonder where you are, I'm so lonesome I could cry. I'm so lonesome I could cry. Oh, Hank Williams. All right, one more Hank Williams song. Your cheating heart will make you weep. You'll cry and cry and try to sleep, but sleep won't come the whole night through. Your cheating heart will tell on you when the tears come down like the falling rain. You'll toss around, say my name. You'll walk the floor the way I do. Your cheating heart will tell on you. Your cheating heart will pine someday, crave the love you threw away. The time will come when you'll be blue. Your cheating heart will tell on you when the tears come down like the falling rain. You'll toss around, say my name. You'll walk the floor the way I do. Your cheating heart will tell on you. Your cheating heart will tell on you. Thank you.
Can I ask you a question about the cruise? Because I had somebody ask me about. I know you said you didn't know
Uh-huh.
the price,
Yeah.
but I just went to the
Uh-huh.
Is it it's a scenic one, right? It's not a themed one.
No, it's just a scenic one.
So I think it's the sunset one, I assume, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Except
Just
that.
because it's different pricing that's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it is it like it says it on the website. It's like
I think it's
$31 and then
$95, I think, for adults.
and then kids are 16.
Because they have different options, and I just wanted to make sure I guide this person the correct way on what
Yeah.
before I send it.
Yeah, it's a little tricky on their website.
Yeah,
It
that's why
doesn't.
I was asking you if you knew what.
It's a sunset cruise at 6 p.m. on Thursday, the 4th. It doesn't say on the website our.
Yeah, it looks like. That's why I asked you if it was themed or if it was scenic. It makes sense that it's scenic, but it would be the
Yes.
sunset cruise, not the afternoon one.
Correct.
Okay.
Sunset cruise.
Yep. So it's there. It's just you have to kind of look.
Yes, you have to work for it.
A little bit. It's okay.
All right, we're gonna do one more song, and then Danielle and I are gonna do our thing. Do our thing. Do you remember where I capoed this last night? I think it was here. Yeah, I think it was here. We do an Ellis Paul song. Huh? Yeah, we're gonna do an Ellis Paul song, and then we're gonna have some breakfast. And then Danielle are gonna do some housework. Cause time's a wasting.
On the porch too.
We should go out on the porch. Yeah, we're not out on the porch today. We probably should have been,
No,
but we're not.
that's right.
The neighborhood hat.
What?
The neighborhood hats.
Okay.
The neighborhood cats.
Oh, right.
Like to gather on our porch.
Correct.
It makes me mad. They have a turf war. Here's the deal. Neighbor on this side. Neighbor on this side. Both have cats. Fight
All of a
on
sudden.
my porch. Turf war for turf they don't own. What's this about?
And allergy.
And Danielle's allergic to cats. Yeah. So mind your own business, cats.
Yeah, find your own house.
Find your own house. Friggin' things. Danielle, are they still fighting on your porch? Devin, he says, are they still fighting on your porch? They're not fighting so much now. I think one of them won.
I think so.
Because one of them's there.
I've seen that ginger cat more than the black one, right?
Yeah.
Or are you seeing the other? I don't know. Lately,
All three. The two black cats are in the front most of the time.
Yeah.
The orange cat, which I call Garfield. We don't know his name.
I call it ginger. It's funny.
Ginger Garfield.
Cat. I can't think of what it.
Uh,
That's good. I like Garfield.
that one seems to have won.
I think.
I don't
Right
know.
now.
I don't know where all these damn cats just came from all of a sudden.
We've been here, yeah.
Been here for 13 years, and all of a sudden, oh, this is my porch. It's crazy. It's crazy times here, around here. It's a crazy world we're living in. All right. Since it's Sunday morning, we'll do a song about Jeebus. Written by Mr. Ellis Paul. Well, I ain't no Jesus. I never saved a soul. I never walked on water unless you're talking about ice and snow. There's a rumor in the choir I'm the luckiest guy they know. But I ain't no Jesus. I never saved a soul. Well, I ain't no Buddha. I struggle with wrong from right. I ain't no Prince of Peace. I hit the floor in a good bar fight. I asked for trouble on Sunday. No way, that's not the word. I Ask for forgiveness on Sunday. Ask for trouble on Friday night. That makes more sense. Well, I ain't no Buddha. I struggle with wrong from right. And I can walk on water. I can part the sea. The only miracle that I've seen is you walking down the aisle at me. And I can't talk to God. I ain't divine. Only miracle that I've seen is that I can call you mine. Well, I ain't no carpenter, can barely build a shelf. How can you build a religion? I can barely follow myself. Well, these two hands were made for holding something else. No, I ain't no carpenter, can barely build a shelf. And I can walk on water, can part the seas. The only miracle that I've seen is you walking down the aisle to me. And I can't talk to God, I ain't divine. Only miracle that I've seen is that I can call you mine. Well, I ain't no Messiah, I never had the words. How can you preach to the masses when you can't even talk to a girl? A little courage from holy wine, but then your speech gets slurred. I ain't no Messiah, no, I never had the words. And I can walk on water, I can part the sea. The only miracle that I've seen is you walking down the aisle at me. And I can talk to God, I ain't divine. Only miracle that I've seen is that I can call you mine. The only miracle that I've seen is that I can call you mine. I haven't done that song in a few minutes. Ellis Paul.
Yeah.
What's the name of the album that's on? Songwriter.
No,
Oh man,
that's sad.
I can't remember. It's a good one. It's the something songwriter. Oh my God, how do I not know this? How do I not know? We were on the road with Ellis while he was recording that album.
Storyteller Suitcase.
Oh, that's it. The Storyteller
But see,
Suitcase.
I know something about a suitcase, but I didn't want to mess it up either. So.
Yeah. Anyway, we were on the road with Ellis for a few. Hey, Fly, what are you doing? You can't just land here.
Yeah, I landed on the coffee too.
Go fight with the cats out on the back porch. We were on the road with Ellis quite a bit the year he was recording that song, and he did like a one of those Facebook Live deals. I think we were in Gardner, Maine, though we could have been in Connecticut. I don't remember. And he did one of those Facebook Live deals like an hour before the show. And he was like, here I am at the venue. The show starts at blah, blah, blah. Na, 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 na. Let me sing a song for you. And he sang I Ain't No Jesus. And I just remember going, what is that song? And his version is exponentially better than the one that I just did. So go check it out on his album. What's it called again? Storyteller Suitcase. Anyway, I was like, what is that song, Ellis? He's like, yeah, I just wrote it with, I can't remember the guy's name that he wrote it with. So bad. I didn't write it down, did I? I probably wasn't that smart. No, doesn't matter. Anyway, that is my favorite Ellis Paul song, hands down. Is that what hands down means?
Yep. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah. What's your favorite Ellis Paul song? I Ain't No Jesus. Hands down. Hey, Tim. Yay. Tim knows Ellis. Cheapest. Tim, that's the greatest comment ever. Does it hurt to play left-handed? No. It hurts, though, when you go into a guitar store and you cannot play any of the guitars in that store because they're all right-handed. That's what hurts. When there's a guitar that you just think is beautiful and you call the company and you say, do you make that guitar left-handed? And they say, no. That's what hurts. But I'm really happy that this guitar they had left-handed, because I remember seeing this guitar on the back of Acoustic Guitar magazine when Martin first put them out, and these are working guitars. These aren't the Martin guitars that cost $5,000.
Right.
This guitar is all solid wood, so it's the real deal. But you can't really tell in the thing, but there's no filler in these. So like real expensive guitars, they fill in all this grain of the wood, and then they smooth it down, and then they put this nice shine on it. They didn't do that with this guitar. And also, there's always a seam on guitars that go right through here, right? And that's because they split the wood and they book match it, and the grains always match up. And on this guitar, it's just scrap wood from Martin, so that's why it's black, or it comes in sunburst, so you can't get it in natural wood because they don't line up. But it's all real wood. It's not laminate or anything. But by Martin standards, this is a budget guitar, I guess. So you see a lot of musicians are starting to play these on the road because of that, because they're real guitars. This guitar is my favorite guitar I've ever owned. It sounds just amazing. The strings I have on it right now aren't my favorite, but what are you going to do? You experiment. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But anyway, this guitar, I'm so glad that it came left-handed because I wanted it so bad. And then Danielle bought this for me for my birthday a couple years ago. I'm not going to say which birthday, but it was a milestone birthday. Yeah. And you know who's playing one of these guitars now, which I find really interesting, is Steve Earle. Now, I'm a big Steve Earle fan, and Steve Earle has always played Gibsons in the early days, and he switched over to Martins. But he did an album, I can't remember, I'm just not remembering albums' names right now, but it was about coal mining. And so he did a whole tour on it, and he bought this guitar. This guitar is called Black Smoke by Martin. So he bought one of these in a dreadnought size, which is the bigger guitars that you see like a lot of country musicians play. This is a smaller size guitar. It's OM. And he liked it so much he had Martin make him an OM. It doesn't have the white strip on it, and it's mahogany. This is mahogany back, sides, spruce top. His is all mahogany, but it looked just like this. And so Steve Earle is copying me. He's out on tour right now for his new Jerry Jeff album. Anyway, I don't know. I told you guys all that.
Todd, a couple things. Ready? So
Yeah.
You asked who Ellis wrote the song. Well,
I know.
Ellis was the writer, but it looks like Jamie Kent
Mm-hmm.
is the one that
Jamie Kent.
He's a country singer, correct?
Yes, he's in Nashville.
Okay.
So I did the Jamie Kent version, by the way. Ellis changed the third verse a little bit.
Yeah.
I like, no offense, Ellis Paul, if you're watching. I like Jamie Kent's version, so I do the Ellis Paul version with Jamie Kent's third verse.
You mix them
I
up.
do a mix.
He does a little mix. And then Tristan wanted me to share with you that he thinks him and his mother are going on the boat.
Yay! Cool. Yay! That'll be awesome. I haven't seen you forever.
Just looking at the
Good.
website.
Good. It's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah. I hope the
It-
weather, it's going to be beautiful to see the sunset on the water.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
Lake is gorgeous.
Yeah, we're gonna be out on Lake Memphremagog.
I think it's gonna be good too.
I remember why I told you that story because Tim asked me if it hurt if I played guitar left-handed, and then I just went on a freaking.
Yeah.
See why I like Steve Earle? I'm just like him. I just go off on a different tangent.
Todd, that's what I wanted to say to you too. Was when he asked if it hurts, I wanted to say love hurts. You know that song? You're like,
He says because it hurts me, my fingers just can't figure it out. Yeah. $1.99 that guitar. No. Put another one in front of there, Tim.
Yeah.
That's by Martin standards, that's a cheap guitar. It cracks me up. I'm part of these Martin guitar forums and stuff on Facebook, Taylor and all this other stuff, and people are always talking about their guitars, and they're like, oh, I have a beautiful $6,000 Martin guitar, but I don't take it out on stage with me. I play a Yamaha guitar because my Martin guitars aren't going to be subjected to the weather. And I'm like, well, what is the friggin' point of owning a guitar if you're not going to play it on stage? Right? People get a little ding or a scratch on it and they get all upset. Look at the sound hole on this thing. Look at that. It's all scratched. Up close and personal, there's dings. That broke right there. I had to have that fixed. Play your guitar, folks. Willie Nelson did. He's doing all right. It's like buying a Rolls Royce and then never driving it. Come on. These things are meant to be broken. Yes, Al, it was my 29th birthday. That's exactly the birthday that Danielle got that guitar for me for. All right, we got to go. I've yammered on for no reason at the end of this show like I normally do. I want to thank Donna for sending us some Black Rifle coffee from Tennessee. Thank you.
Thank you, Donna.
I love trying out different coffees from different parts of the country from our viewers from all over. And if you have some coffee that you want to send us, send me a message. I'll send you our mailing address. We'd love to try it. This Thursday, going to be on a boat. NorthernStarCruises.com for more info. I have some shows coming up in Maine in September and October. I'm going to be at the fair at the end of the month. I got a bunch of other shows to tell you about, but right now that's the one that you need to know because that's the one that's right around the corner this Thursday. The Todd Pronto Trio rides on a boat. All right, folks. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you here next Sunday as we get closer to our 2-year anniversary of Coffee with Todd. Can you believe it? In the meantime, be safe, be well. I didn't steal that from the Green Mountain Trading Post. I had no idea that they wrote that. We saw Danielle's parents yesterday. They had the Green Mountain Trading Post. It says, be safe, be well on it. I didn't know. Either they stole it from me or I subconsciously took it. Anyway. Have a marvelous day as well, Devaney. We miss you too. We need to get together. Are you going to come on the boat? Do it.
Yes, do it. Don't
Why?
look yourself in the eye.
Why am I doing this? All the cool kids are going to be on the boat. Be safe. Be well. John Spartan. Lindy. All right, I got to go. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you guys, and we will see you next time right here on The Price is Right. Coffee with Todd. Coffee with Todd. That's the name of the show.